Hey YouTube, in this video I'm going to talk about the worst photography investments I've made in my photography business as of recently. If you're not familiar, my channel and my business is about freelance photography and videography. I do everything by myself at the moment, and I'm trying to create my own business to get it as sustainable as possible. Make changes as I go. I try new things and see what works for me. It might not work for you, but my mistakes can most likely benefit you guys. One of my most recent mistakes, I would say, is creating an ad and promoting my photography business out to the point that I get myself in deep water. And what I mean by that is I pay for an ad on Instagram or Facebook, promote myself, and I'm putting in the extra time and effort into creating these ads or promoting myself. But once you finally get, or in my case, when I finally got the client, and it could be, I'm striving to get big clients, things that to me seems like is not even something I can grasp, something that I can even handle. When they finally go and answer back to you, and they ask you the simple questions like, okay, let me see your most recent work, and you're scrambling, you're trying to find everything. Where is this? Where can I find this? And it's, oh, they're looking and asking for this question, and you don't have anything to show, and it's not a fluid conversation. You're taking half an hour and so much time to go and find and gather all your information. You're not set up. You're not correct. And the infrastructure is what I believe I should have worked on before going promoting myself and creating these ads and pushing out as much as I did. I don't think I should have been sending out ads and paying for ads at that point in time or in my career, because I would need to at least create a better infrastructure in my business standpoint, so that way I would have had the everything set up, so I would be able to say, if you need my portfolio, it's just right here. It's not, oh, some of it's on Instagram, some of my better work is on my hard drive, so let me go and post and send those through my phone or a messenger. Just have everything in one spot. You want to know what is the average amount that you want to pay for a shoot or for video or anything. What is that amount? And you don't know, you're going off of stuff like, well, if you do this and if you do that, all these variables. The client doesn't need to know that. And especially if you get a big name client, you have to have the expectation saying, you get a big name client, you finally get them, have all your ducks in a row, so that way it can be a streamlined, easy process for the client. Number two, I would say, is investing back into the business. I've had such a struggle in the beginning, and I still in the beginning phases, as I would say. I'm still working towards where I need to go. And in the beginning, I would just use all of the money that I would have to go and invest. Not all, but I would make the investments out of my own income, because I wasn't getting any photography shots or videos or anything, any clients that I needed at the time. So how else would I get the money? And the only way I would be able to get the money was to then save up with my own cash and then buy the gear. Which, yes, is correct. That's the best way in doing it. Saving up and doing it and not putting yourself in debt from the beginning. But I had the tendency to continue to then use my own income that I would make and then put it more back into the gear. Of course, getting more gear acquisition syndrome and stuff like that, continuously buying more equipment out of my own pocket without actually investing back into the business of photography or videography, and using the gear to then pay off and pay towards more things. So if I wanted to go and get a new lens, instead of actually just using my own normal income to then save up for that, that should be the motivation. The lens should be the motivation to say, I need a new lens. Let me go and do some photo shoots, so that way I can then save up that money towards the new lens. And if I did that sooner, that would have helped out a lot, because that motivates me and pushes me to get going, using the gear that I do have, because that is what is going to push me and get me used to and comfortable with photography, with my gear, with the equipment that I do have, to cherish it more as well. So that is one thing I would also advise to you guys. Investing into gear that did not hold up over time. Most likely just saying cheap gear. Cheap gear does not hold up over time at all. And I have realized that if I would just had spent more on the one good item, it would have been better instead of buying two. Because you break the first version that's cheap and everything, and you got to go and buy another one. And hopefully you don't go and buy another cheap one and then they having the same problems all over again. In my case, in this scenario, I would say it is light stands. Light stands and tripods, those are the two quick main things that I know that has hurt me over time. Because I have used, in the beginning, used some cheap light stands, the ones that comes with the lights. They're just very cheap and flimsy. They're lightweight, great, you can travel with them without a problem, but then the problem comes up when you put some good lights on them, or you put a diffuser or any type of weight on it, and if a wind blows, gone. If you just happen to brush against it, it's gone. Just if you even put it down the wrong way, it could be broken. Those type of things, you should take care of your gear, of course, but it should be able to at least withstand some use and abuse. That your whole point of having the gear is so that way you can use it. And if you're always afraid that it might break, it's going to hold you back on the kind of quality and the kind of things you would like to do in your business. And that's not something you should be worried about. So buy good gear, accessories that you can grow into and that will hold up the test of time, so that way you're not always buying new gear and spending and wasting more money on things that you could have bought one good time and forget about. So I hope these tips help. If you have any comments or questions, leave it in the comment section below. Let me know, what is your investment tip to everyone else? Let me know. Maybe your investment tips are a lot better than mine. I hope you like the content. Hit a like button, subscribe to see more, and I hope you guys have a really blessed one. Peace.